starting from when you were 12, the road to 1 million subscribers, how long did that take you?
I think it was, I can check. Yeah, I should probably check to make sure that my numbers are correct.
I would imagine it took a while because 1 million subscribers is
slow.
So hard to get back then. Like nobody had 1 million subscribers.
Slow. No. When I started, I don't think anybody even had 100,000 subscribers when I was first on YouTube.
That's
I mean,
insane.
they might have, but it was.
Yeah, unless you're like Jenna Marbles.
Yeah, no, yeah. And I remember watching Jenna Marbles way back in the day too. All right, here we go.
Isn't it crazy? You can just look at the timeline of things too. Like the power of like being able to track data on here is insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seemed like 2014 is where we started getting some traffic. I think in 2014 was the first time that we ever got like 1,000 subscribers in a day.
Okay.
In a day. So I think, it took over 5 years to get 10,000 subscribers. And then we went from 10,000 to 100,000 from 2014 to 2015. And then a year after that, from 2015 to 2016, we hit 1 million.
Okay.
So it took 5 years to get our first 10,000. And then 2 years after we hit 10,000, we hit 1 million.
Okay. And you said it took you a while to start making money because you didn't know that you could do that. How did you figure that out? So like for me, I remember, I probably started actually making money in like 2012, but it was nothing. Like I remember me and my friend buying champagne and popping bottles once we finally made a quarter. Like we were celebrating that. Like we made money on the internet. This is crazy.
Yeah, we got checks back then too.
Yeah, I remember I got my first check after like 3 years in the mail for like $143, and I was like, I fucking made it. Like this is game over. So how did you figure out like that you could make money, and what was that process like before getting your first check?
So it was my friend Matt. He was a local YouTuber out of Clearwater. Funny Me Now. I think you've probably met him.
I'm not sure.
Some YouTube event or something. Yeah, he joined in 2009, but he joined YouTube and started making videos with the intent of it like becoming his job. He was like one of the first people that was like this could be a business. Like I can make good enough videos and entertain people enough to where I think I can make a living off of doing this. And I reached out to him like over and over again. You remember back when you could like leave comments on people's channels and you could actually directly message people through YouTube? Yeah, it was back then. And I would always hit him up and ask him to film. I think I was just like probably an annoying kid that didn't have any like followers back then that was just like badgering him, you know? But eventually, you know, he hit me back and he said, hey, let's go film a Slender Man prank on Clearwater Beach.
Okay, I do remember this video.
Yeah, and that was one of the first times that I ever filmed with him, and he explained to me like metadata and like how the descriptions, tags, titles, and thumbnail are all so important. And if you can, you know, figure out the technical side of YouTube, then you can make your videos do that much better, and you can go back on old videos and add tags that are going to make them rank better. And it like became this whole like almost obsession. Like, all right, I'm going to go through all of my old videos and I'm going to mark down the ones that aren't getting views and the ones that I've changed. And I'm going to check back after I've changed some tags and see what videos are ranking better. And then maybe I can see overall what videos are ranking the best and what keywords, what might be working there that'll work for other videos. And it was crazy. It was like a light switch. He explained all this stuff to me, and like 2 months later, my analytic like views go from like, you know, like his to like, you know, they start going up, and I'm seeing these random spikes on videos that weren't getting views before. But I mean, that Slender Man video, we did Invisible Rope before that, and that was my first video to get a million.
I remember seeing that too.
That was my first million views.
Wow, that's crazy.
I don't even remember how long ago that was.
Dude, it's funny you say that because it takes me back to a time when like the back end, like you had so much power, like keywords and what you put in the description and like all of this stuff. I think now like it doesn't really matter that much. I feel like YouTube has all the power now, but back then I feel like the creators had so much more power to do stuff like that, but it's so oversaturated now and there's so much content out there. I feel like I feel like almost helpless a little bit. I'm not sure if you feel the same way, but it's different.
There's really nothing. I don't know. It seems like I feel like obviously I think thumbnail is probably the most important thing right now. I think
absolutely
putting a lot of time into having the best thumbnail that you can possibly have for that video is very important. I was wrong though. Slenderman prank was 2012, so it took us 5 years from 2007 to 2012. That was our first. That's like when everything changed for us. That was our first video to get like 100,000 views like relatively quickly. The invisible rope one was like a slow climb for a really long time, but this video has 8 million views now, and I'm pretty sure this Slenderman prank is the reason that we went from 10,000 subscribers to 100,000 subscribers in a year.
Crazy.
Because that video like just blew up.